Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. As I have done every single year, I thought it would be fun to show you everything I have read in 2025 according to Goodreads. This is just my way of basically showing you everything I read, but in a nice quick way where we don't have to go through every single book. And I feel like it's fun because you also get a few statistics as well. So let's just get right on into it. Okay, so first off at the top we have how many pages I read. Apparently I read 112,117 pages and I read 300 books on the dot last year, which was very satisfying if I must say so myself. But I was very surprised that I got to 300, especially because of how much I was in a reading slump in 2025. But to be fair, I did do big challenges as well. The shortest book I read was Mary, which was 7 pages. Now this book, yes it is short, but I highly recommend you read it because you will be left confused, but in like a good way. I don't know, it's been one of the most like intriguing books I've read where I'm still left what type thing, like questioning myself. And then the longest book I read was Alchemized with 1,030 pages. I can't believe I read a 1,000 page book, if I must say so myself. And then my average book length in 2025 was 373 pages, which does make sense because I always try and go for like the 300-ish page range. I don't like anything too long normally. She says that she read a 1,000-page book. Although so far this year, because I am filming this late, so far this year I have read a few thick books, so I don't know, maybe it will change for 2026. The most shelved book I read was The Hunger Games, which obviously makes sense, and least shelved was Will You. My average rating for 2025 was 3.3, which still, in my opinion, isn't the best, but I'm pretty sure it's better than it was last, like in 2024. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it is. My highest rated on Goodreads was Fourth Ring, which again also makes sense. And my first review of the year was Off Limits. This book was the first book I read in 2025 and I hated it. It's probably the worst book I've ever read. And as you can see here, I did decide to DNF it at 88%. I don't even know how I got 88% through, but it was one of those where I knew how it was going to end and I was just hating every second. It was making me feel sick and I was disgusted by it. If you want to read my review, you can here. You can like pause and read. I will go down slowly, but I did go on like a full rant about how much I did not like this book and why. So all the books that I read in 2025, at the beginning of the year I did start off with a lot of mysteries, especially from B8 Paris. I don't know what my obsession was, but I think it's because I was hearing a lot of like good things about this author and I've never read anything from this author before, so I just kind of got loads of books from the library and just read them, but majority of them was very enjoyable. Obviously I did a reread of Fourth Ring, which I'm actually thinking about doing again in January because I feel like it's a thing now, you know. I don't know, I was thinking about it. Currently I'm just mood reading, like that is what's working for me currently. And then around this area, I think it was Unteachable, is where I started doing the 60 books in 60 days challenge. Wild Eyes, absolutely love this book. But yeah, I did have quite a few good reads. Oh, The Boyfriend, 5 stars as well. Sin With Me, another 5 stars. But yeah, I had some amazing reads, but then I also had some reads that just wasn't the best. I remember The Haunting of Rookwood House, and that was interesting. I would like to read some more books from Darcy Coates, I think they say, so if I said that wrong, that are more on my TBR from The Nanny, Off Limits. Oh my goodness, absolutely love this book. I am also planning on doing a reread of this very soon. And then we have some more books. I definitely say in 2025 I went on a big like fantasy or specifically romancy read. I think it's because I was reading my physical TBR, and as someone who isn't a big romancy or fancy reader generally, I had a lot of my physical TBR that I needed to get through, so I'm just quickly scrolling down. But I would definitely say I read more fantasy than what I would normally do or choose to do. Sister Season for a Cowboy was a very good one. God of Fury, I know I read this in December, but I'm honestly thinking about rereading it because I really enjoyed it. And I'm like looking for romances, or starting off with Hated Rivalry, of course. But yeah, I'm definitely very tempted to reread God of Fury. We'll think about it. But I don't know if to read God of War, which is the last book, first and then like go back to rereads. I think that would make more sense. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. And then my last review of the year was 4-star rating. So that is everything I read according to Goodreads. I thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and leave this emoji if you're watching to the end, and hope to see you on my next one. Bye!